Hey everyone, DFA here. Let's take a look at the Laffy this week. And I'm running Hoshino on it, a battleship commander on a destroyer. What a strange idea, but no, absolutely no. You get better AA on top of the amazing AA of the Laffy. You get a better reload of the main guns. You get another better reload on second thought. You get +2 heals and +3 with fully packed. And then the 2 inspirations to reduce the concealment, because obviously, yeah, Hoshino, it's not really a destroyer commander. And yeah, when you look at the Laffy, I would say the main standard feature of that thing is the amount of heal that it gets. Essentially, you get 18,000 HP and you get now 5 heals, each of them restoring around 6,000 HP, a little bit more with Master making probably 7 or 8,000. Essentially, you are getting a total health pool a little bit above 50,000, which is slightly ridiculous for a destroyer. And yeah, the AA boost that Hoshino provides on the Laffy is actually kind of nice as well, because even though you're not going to meet too many CVs playing at tier 8, yeah, when you do, I've gotten a few clear skies with that thing. Remember, yeah, that AA dump that the Laffy has, it gives 400% extra damage. That's actually working quite nicely with the Laffy. Yeah, it's not a Friesland, but it can definitely scare a few CVs. But there are a few things that you need to watch out for, because obviously you do not use a destroyer commander, so you do not have any twist and track. You do not have any sonar, so you basically have to be extra careful when you're entering a cap where you know that the enemy DDs are, because obviously, yeah, you are very weak to that kind of ghosting zone tier torpedoes. But as soon as you get them locked down in a duel, yeah, you see me activating the heal there, and good luck buddy taking me down. Honestly, I couldn't care less. You're just going down because, yeah, that thing is absolutely ridiculous when dueling DDs with guns. Honestly, yeah, you basically don't really care how much HP you're losing, because you can simply get it back, you know. So yeah. And now I'm just going, so there you go. This one is already out, and yeah, I'm going to take some fire damage, but that's actually not too bad. And yeah, the other thing that you do not have with the Laffy Hoshino, it's kind of the unstoppable perk, where even if your engine is, your other are completely out, you still keep them functioning. But to be fair, it's not a big deal, because you can afford to waste a couple of smoke charges, no problem. They will simply reload very quickly with fully packed. And yeah, it's kind of keeping you protected, because your damage control kit are also reloading quite rapidly. So yeah, it's not such a big deal. I would say that the main danger that you might run into are enemy torpedoes that you did not anticipate or see coming, simply because you do not have the ability to know where the closest target to your destroyer is. Yeah, so that's kind of why we're running the double concealment here, because we do not want to be outspotted for too long with that thing. You really want to bring your concealment as close as you can to that of the enemies, and I think I'm at 5.7 kilometers with Bay and Swirsky, which is fairly reasonable for a tier 8 destroyer, let's be honest. Now you see the fun thing with the Hoshino build. We've already used one repair party with during the first duel. We're going to use the second one, and we're going to get more than enough health to be back. Yeah, I would say kind of in a relatively safe and comfortable position. Now, to be fair, I did try the Laffy with a regular American destroyer commander, and I was not a big fan of it, because honestly, as a destroyer, it's not that great, to be honest. The torpedoes, they're not that fast, and the range is also pretty mid, and they reload forever. Oh my god. So yeah, essentially I'm not taking too many ships down with that thing, with those torpedoes. What I'm certainly capable of doing with it is challenging caps. That's really what you should be doing with that thing, challenging caps, and then once you get into a good position, farming those battleships or keeping them spotted. Because that's really what that thing does. Yeah, you can get the occasional torpedo hit, let's be honest. But yeah, it's not going to be, it's not a Minegumo or Hayate, something like that. Yeah, it's absolutely not the same kind of ship. And to be fair, I kind of enjoy playing it full on gunboat with the reload mod, the main battery reload mod as equipment. And yeah, you see the torpedoes, yeah, you're not going to touch too many things with them. If a ship is retreating from you, good luck with that. But yeah, we do have 4 battleships in our vicinity. Time to pop the smoke and time to go to town on these. So yeah, let's start with the Pommern. And Hoshino provides a reload boost, so the more damage you take, the faster your reload goes. So we're well under 3 seconds. We're at 2.5 seconds, which is actually pretty nice. And yeah, at that range, 8 kilometers, absolutely no problem farming the superstructure of that Pommern and setting it on fire. And again, what I think the outstanding feature of the Laffy is it's really that unlimited smoke. Because if you combine that with Hoshino and fully packed, they do reload quite rapidly. And yeah, it allows you to be super efficient with in that kind of scenarios. You know, that poor Pommern, yeah, unfortunately, is not getting away from the kind of fire that's coming. And yeah, you see my third healing, it is already reloaded, and yeah, I cannot wait for the next destroyer duel, essentially. So yeah, these two, yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. They do decide to hit one another. The Pommern wasn't essentially watching, and the main wasn't watching as well. Yeah, too bad for them, good news for me. And yeah, we're actually leading this one quite comfortably. I'm going to leave these two because there's not much I can do there. My smokes will reload in 40 seconds. I'm not going to wait there. I might actually go back around B because yeah, if that one falls, and it looks like it's falling, yeah, I might have to kind of get shots and torpedoes with on the battleships that are there. So yeah, we were leading that game quite comfortably. We were in a 7v6 and and all of a sudden we are in a 4v5. So yeah, I definitely have to go back to B. And I'm going to leave those 2 battleships retreating, that one battleship retreating, because yeah, it's essentially not super dangerous at the moment. Not as dangerous as that Rodney, to be honest. And it looks like the enemy's Lion is also pushing my remaining battleship there, kind of blocking him from going from B to C. So yeah, I'm going to position myself between those 2 battleships in order to kind of, I'm going to pop up my smoke, and then I will be in a position to go full gunboat, either on the Lion, which is my preferred target right now, or on the Rodney. Yeah, and again, having those unlimited smokes is actually a really good perk of the Laffy. Yeah, I don't see too many of these in games because probably, yeah, people are trying to play it like a normal destroyer, but it's really not that great with that. Honestly, yeah, what it does best is just rain those fires on enemy ships, and yeah, that's where Hoshino actually really shines, because yeah, it's really good. Unfortunately, we're not getting too many fires on that Lion. We're a little bit unfortunate there, but my enemy BB should be able to finish it, and we do something really stupid. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, I'm exiting my smoke screen, and yeah, by the time I get back in, do I get some damage from the main or the Rodney? I think I'm lucky to have escaped this one. Yeah, no, I'm not. It's fine, we're going to heal again. And that Rodney certainly spotted us. Let's send a couple of torpedoes his ways. And disengage because our smoke is up. So again, 5.7 kilometers concealment, more than enough to be running away from that dangerous situation. And yeah, we're kind of between the 2 battleships there. There's not a lot we can do here without smoke, because if I open fire, yeah, this one is basically waiting for me. And you're going to see the torpedoes in action. Yeah, they're not that fantastic, to be honest. There you go, 2 hits, about 13,000 damage each. Yeah, it's not that great, but still, that Rodney certainly felt that. But now we're in a difficult position because yeah, we cannot really use the island to farm the Rodney because the main will actually spot us and shoot us. And I cannot really YOLO him because my torpedoes, they will take another minute and a half to be reloaded. So yeah, I'm probably going to go back somewhere near sea to be able to support my battleship if the Rodney decides to push. To be fair, the enemy team doesn't really have to push right now 2 bases to 1. We are the ones that have to be aggressive. But yeah, again, I do not have twist and track, so there's no way for me to tell where that Rodney actually is. If he's deciding to push forward and happens to be next to the island, he might actually detect me. So I have to go wide on this one. Luckily, he did not detect me. If I smoke now, I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to spot him. So I'm not sure it would be super useful. But yeah, he's going to open fire and it's my time to come in action. Let's smoke up a bit and let us actually deal with this one. So as soon as he turns its eyes on me, I'm going to disappear there. And we do set him on fire. The main is actually following it now, so it's going to kind of reinforce the presence in B. And yeah, it looks like we're not doing that great for the moment. The enemy DD is nowhere to be seen. But yeah, again, twist and track wouldn't be super useful in that scenario because, to be fair, it would just basically tell me where those enemy BBs are, and yeah, that's kind of where we are at the moment. So we are going to farm those 2 ones for the remaining of those. But hopefully can we get another fire going on that Rodney. The main disappears from the radar, so yeah, I'm not in an ideal position. I mean, the torpedoes are reloaded, but there is not much I can actually do against those 2 battleships. They're simply running away from me. So yeah, it doesn't look too great. I cannot really push the cap at the moment. We do get planes on top of us, so that's kind of the Dutch cruiser blind firing our position, and it does score an annoying hit on us, leaving us down to 8000 HP, and hopefully this is not when the enemy DD will decide to show up. Yeah, because yeah, I don't have the unstoppable. I've had to use my damage control kit here, and yeah, it's if he shows up right now, I will be in a difficult position. So yeah, good luck for me. The Harlem decides to show. It also means that I am absolutely unable to push their base right now, the B cap, because yeah, there's not much I can do. But yeah, the last battleship on our team is a Wisconsin, and getting rid of that Harlem and that Rodney, that should be absolutely no problem for it. It's also fast enough to get there on time. We do have 2 minutes and 30 seconds, so that's more than enough for us to be dealing with these 2. So luckily our battleship should be able to carry that battle for us until the very end. Yeah, I mean, it's a Wisconsin, for God's sake. It's probably one of the strongest, if not the strongest T8. So yeah, and me with my poor destroyer with no torpedoes, what can I actually do against these 2, right? Not much, right? So yeah, I'm going to see if I can take a flanking position. And yeah, this is when we get spotted and I'm thinking, ouch, ouch, ouch. I'm right in the middle of the Harlem is next to us, and yeah, it cannot be the Harlem that's spotting us. We were 7 kilometers away. Oh no, 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 it's a full health Lucian. Absolutely. Oh yeah. And he's detecting us. Yeah, so I'm in a very, very difficult position. But then again, I do launch my health. I do decide to heal those 2 fires, and yeah, let's go to town on that Lucian who decides to show us a nice broadside. And you see, systematically penning it, dealing quite a lot of damage with those HE shells, and the full health Lucian versus the 7000 HP Laffy, and there you go. So yeah, it's incredibly good at that, and do not fall for the trap when you see one of these things and he is engaging you with Hoshino. Just run away. Just deal your damage, shoot your torpedoes because he cannot see them, and disengage until his healing kit or his damage control kit are actually on cooldown, because yeah, that's kind of where you want to catch it. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to win this battle, because while I was dealing with the enemy DD, our battleship, yeah, I'm not sure what he was actually doing, but it wasn't as aggressive as what I had expected. And yeah, I'm desperately trying to get the attention of that cruiser, get a fire maybe going, because only 30 seconds left. It's certainly not going to be enough. And yeah, the battleship, Jesus, if he had pushed that cap, we would have won this one. I'm pretty confident of that, but yeah, we could not, unfortunately, and we do get a fire on that Harlem. But we also, yeah, too little, too late. So yeah, Laffy with Hoshino, surprisingly effective, quite a lot of fun. The AA will get you Clear Skies medals, it's really, really good, and yeah, oh Jesus Christ, that Rodney. And it will get you Dreadnought medals quite often, because yeah, that's really what that thing does. The unsinkable destroyer, incredibly annoying to deal with, and a 2000 HP defeat, so yeah, certainly not bad. There you go, hope you've enjoyed it, learn a couple of interesting things, stay safe, take care, that was DFA signing out, bye bye!